like I said in my last video, the only way I see the Timberwolves winning this series is if the two twin towers, that being Karl Anthony Towns and Rudy Gobert, play to their abilities. That means play like the defensive player of the year and play like an all-star, which you are. But they're doing the total complete opposite. We got Karl Anthony Towns, think he's Curry, going first game going 2 for 9, the second game going 1 for 5, and the third game going 0 for 8. I understand that the last game he went 4 for 5, but in these other 3 games that they went down 3-0, do you not know what in-game adjustments are? You're a 7-foot big, and you're going 0 for 8 from the three-point line. If you don't get your big ass down there and get in the paint, do you not know what in-game adjustments are? If you just miss 3 threes, then you will already know, okay, I'm not on. Let me get some aggressive, play downhill, be more aggressive to the rim. But you're doing the total complete opposite. And then Karl Anthony Towns did go 4 for 5 from 3-point range the last game, and they did win. But I think it's too late. They keep on keeping these games close, and the Mavs only have to win one more game. I don't see how the Timberwolves can come back from this deficit. And you have Rudy Gobert that's being a liability on defense. You're supposed to be the defensive player of the year, and every time off a pick and roll, even if you blitzes the pick and roll, Kyrie and Luka are carving him up because he's the weak side, so they're going to that weak side. And if he drops back in coverage, he's getting his ass dunked on. Nuts on his head every time. Every time that he drops back in coverage, all you see. Every time Rudy Gobert drops back in coverage, all you see is him put his hands up because he knows he's going to get dunked on every time. Whether that's Lively or whether that's Gafford, he's always getting dunked on. But I just look at this series and I see that a lot of people are giving Ant a big hard time for him not doing to the occasion. But I feel like I feel like the first 3 games he wasn't that aggressive, and the last game that they won he was very aggressive. He had 29 points. He was taking better shots. He was playing more downhill, not taking dumb behind step back threes and everything, trying to get his mode going and everything. But I don't see the Timberwolves coming back from a 3-1 deficit. If they can make history, they're gonna have to blow out this team they're gonna have to blow out the Mavs a couple times, because you're dealing with Luka and Kyrie, the best late game finishers in the game right now. You're dealing with the best backcourt in the NBA right now. So you can't all they want to do is keep it close. Every time they keep it close, right till they get the quarter, you already know what time it is. It's Luka and Kyrie's time. It's time for them to eat. But I just feel like the Mavs have the upper hand right now due to the fact that they stole 2 games at Minnesota, and all they have to do is win one more game. So I just feel like it might be wraps for Minnesota. And Rudy Gobert, go in the offseason and work on your game, bro. You have no offensive game. First and foremost, I want to congratulate the Celtics for making the NBA Finals. I don't want to take anything away from them, but I do want to look at who they face leading up to the finals. So, yes, the Boston Celtics had the best record in the league. They were the first team to clinch the playoff berth in the East, and they were arguably the best team in the league. But they lost Porzingis the first round of the playoffs, and I think that's a big factor. If they were to play the Mavs, I feel like it's a big factor because he opens up the court for the Celtics. But so the first series, the Celtics played the Miami Heat without Jimmy Butler. The second series, they played the Cleveland Cavaliers. They played 2 games without Donovan Mitchell, they being their best player. So that's 2 teams they played without their best player. Then they went into a dogfight with the Pacers. All 4 games, I know it was a sweep, but all 4 games they went into a dogfight with the Pacers. In 2 of those games, they didn't have their best player, that being Tyrese Halliburton. So I'm just thinking to myself, I'm like, the Mavs had a way harder road to the NBA Finals. They played the Mavs the first round. They played the Clippers. The second round, they played the number 1 seed, that being the OKC Thunder. In the third round, they're playing the Minnesota Timberwolves that knocked off the reigning NBA champs and the NBA MVP of the league, that being Jokic. So I just don't see how the Celtics match up with the Timberwolves or even the Mavs because of the hard stretch they went through. And seeing all these games that the Celtics have played, it seems like these last 4 games were very close. If they were to do the same thing with Kyrie and Luka, I feel like Kyrie and Luka are coming up top with most of those games because they're the best finishers in the league. They don't call him fourth quarter Kyrie for nothing. They don't call him Luka Magic for nothing. Like, Minnesota extending this series is gonna work favor for the Celtics, but I feel like it's obvious the Mavs are going to win, and it's obvious we're going to have a Mavs versus Celtics in the finals. And I just feel like the Celtics need to buckle up and get ready. They can't be playing how they've been playing against all these people in the East, like they're going to be playing Luka and Kyrie and the Mavs.